Hello guys, it's me, Ragecrafter, back again with another video. Today, as you can see, I have the F4U Corsair Revell model kit, and today we're going to be completing steps 1 through 2 in the instruction booklet. Now, I had reviewed this instruction manual beforehand to get a better understanding of all the instructions, so I definitely suggest you do that before starting to paint or assemble any parts. Now, before we get right into this, I'd like you all to go down below, smash like, subscribe if you're new, and turn those post notifications on for future content like this or any other types of videos you see on my channel. Hope you enjoy, and let's get right into it. Now, all the pieces here are for step 1, and the pieces here on the right are for step 2. I have a series of paints that will be required for these 2 steps, as well as 4 different paintbrushes of different sizes to accommodate for what kinds of the sizes of the parts we have. The first step will be to paint and assemble the control stick and the seat. So let's get right into that. We will need flat black. Here, this is an apple barrel flat black, and we will also need silver, I'm pretty sure. In the instructions, it also gives a list of all the paints, and there's 2 different ones that are very similar, silver and zinc chromate. Honestly, I think they're all pretty similar, so don't worry about getting both. It says zinc chromate, but I'm just going to use silver for the purpose of saving money and this building process being less complicated. Now, I definitely recommend, if you have like a carton of eggs and it's all finished, then I'd suggest you use the plastic part as like a painting palette, so you can put all your paints in here organized like that. Let's see here. Oh, there's a little bit of excess part on there. I'm not sure if I have to get rid of that or not. Let me check. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's like some other little piece on it that doesn't need to be there. So I'm gonna take my X-Acto knife. Make sure to use these with caution, as they are pretty sharp. This one is from Revell. Here's the package. I still have the packaging. This is a Revell one, so you could go ahead and look for one like this if you're interested, or other packs that sell different knife blades and whatnot. All right, I know what to do. I'm gonna need to be very careful. I think I should buy smaller brushes than this. If anyone out there knows of any like brush sets on Amazon or something that aren't too expensive and they're like smaller than this, I wouldn't mind any recommendations from anyone in the audience. I think for our first coat we don't need too much paint on it, you know, just to get the main outline. Actually, I'll be right back. I need to get a paper towel.
Day 2.
There we go. We have the first layer of paint on here. Alright, let's move to the next part, or piece per se. We have our pilots. Now, it's going to be quite a challenge for me or anyone watching out there, so please be reminded that there's a lot of like small bits that you'll need to paint different colors. So let's start with his goggles. You gotta be super careful. I think that would make sense. Let's get this like tan skin color. Pilot seat. Let's see what color. Silver. This whole seat is it supposed to be somewhere. I have no idea. This doesn't feel right. I feel like it should be like black. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of all we can do for the first layer of that. And I think we actually need to put a decal on here. Let's see, this is decal 1. Yep, right here. Okay. Let's go ahead and cut that one out. Sorry, I had to get my scissors. Yeah, I should always remember that there's gonna be at least one decal you have to put on at the beginning. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some water. Hello, I am back and have some warm water here. Definitely, I would recommend using warm water. So then when you take it off, it will be able to bind easily to the surface. I think it's ready. I also have my micro set and sol to use on it right after it's been applied. Yeah, I think that's going on top, so that's already black. I can always paint the rest of it later. I'll just have to dip this in the water once again. Oh, it's already coming off. So now I'll just carefully play it off with my finger. Making sure to just like poke it very slightly. Actually, it's already like forming. I didn't even want to do that. I found this small brush I could use to activate the decal once again. I think some of the paint's getting on it. Okay, I'll have to just dry it out. That is not real. I wasn't done. Okay, there we go. That's kind of all I want to do. Yeah, I guess that should work. Not really much else you can do. Oh, great. Oh, come on.
Bruh.
If I just keep it like this, it should be fine. I guess we can take a closer look there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you put micro set first. So I'll use this small brush I found. I don't even remember where I got it from. Yeah, so I'll just wait for that to dry. And in the meantime, we can paint this part, which is the cockpit bulkhead, and that will be painted silver and let me check, silver and brown. So we'll do silver first since we already have it out. And I don't need too much brown for this model, I'm pretty sure, but I have this nice tube of it. Oh, I see. That's for the antenna thing that sticks out here. I had no idea. I was like, why is there like a notch back here? I don't know if you can see it, but there's one like right there. I wondered if there's a piece that's supposed to go in there, but it's on the other side. It's like an antenna or something. Hello everyone, I'm back, and as you can see I have put a few layers of deep sea blue acrylic paint on the fuselage, as well as applied some masking tape to help me do so. I've worked on some of these parts here, like this, I forgot what it's called, it's like a strut, but it has the wheel on it right here. I have assembled the cockpit in its complete form, and this is what it looks like with the pilot in there, so you could take a quick look. I think I did a pretty nice job, and I have continued to work on the landing gear, or rear landing gear doors. So the outside is the deep sea blue, and as you see, it's a little bit darker than the fuselage. It has like half foot more coats on this than on there. And then on the other side, it's silver, like that. Let's see, here we have the, alright, so that's the arresting post, which got a little bit of blue on it. It's supposed to be white, so I might redo that as well. I have the antennas here. They are black. Oh wait, there's tape on it. Whoops. Here are the antennas. So I'm gonna continue to add more paint to the fuselage to make it really nice, dark, deep blue, you know. And then we'll be back with the assembly process of these parts. Alright, it's been a couple weeks now, and I'm back. Maybe you can see there's a few differences here with the setup. I have officially installed the cockpit assembly into, well, the cockpit area. And it's actually pretty easy to do. There's just some, you just have to put some whatever super glue or, I don't know, cement you're using on the sides of it, and then just put in those little slats. You'll probably see it. It's in the instructions, so it shouldn't be that difficult to understand. Now, next, we're actually going to get into putting in the, I think it's called the tailgate, something like that. If you have the real tail wheel doors and door retainers, this should be pretty easy to put in, just like on the end of the fuselage like this. So now this kit actually has a feature where you can open up the back landing gear in and out, and so that's pretty cool. Even though it's not, this isn't necessarily a playset, you know, it's more of a display kind of model, but gives it some versatility, something unique that you can, I guess, fiddle with a little bit. But do be careful because I feel like some of these parts can be fragile, so always be aware of that. So we'll start by taking, this is the right tailgate door, I think, goes, so all you have to do is kind of hold it, place, and these retainers, I just kept them white. There's really no point of painting them, I think, because that will just make it jam. I think the retainer is somewhat glued in there. I'll do like a little test fit, be certain that it fits well. If not, I'll have to sand it. Yeah, I'm not sure if you'll see like a number on it, like the part number on one side of the retainer. I think it's supposed to be facing up. I don't know if you can see that very well, like this. Hopefully that makes sense somewhat, but it does seem to swivel back and forth fairly easily. Yeah, I don't think it needs to be perfectly flush. Then we can take, here I have my extra thin cement. Yeah, I don't know if I should put it on the retainer itself or on the model, but I'm gonna guess we have to go on the model first. I want to keep everything like in the center so that it's easier to see, but I'm not really good at that. I figured if it's just like this, we'll stay connected properly. Maybe I should use the tweezers. So much easier to do when there's no glue or anything on it. But I think I got it. It stays kind of loose, but that's normal. I don't know, see that? Well, let's see. We'll see if this dries properly. And let's go ahead and do the second one. So, yeah, this one fits in a lot better than the other one. Not sure why or how. It does, and I'm happy about that. Perhaps I did not use enough adhesive on the other side, so I'm going to reapply. There it is. This one snapped on. It didn't really snap, it just like set in place. You have to line up those little holes. I think just keep it still. Yeah, I think we need to keep doors still for a while. Alright, in the meantime, we can look at the antennas. I think they're black, just black pieces. Yeah, we have two of them. Now, I'm concerned about one thing, and that is if I am to install these, then I don't think I'll be able to keep applying more blue coats of paints across the body because this will interfere. Unless I would carefully use some masking tape to protect it. Let's see. I think I want to rub off some of the things that I got on like the edge that's supposed to be glued in, so I'll just use the tip of an X-Acto knife to do so. I'll just leave it at that. I don't think it matters which one you put on either side. There's two, so where are these each go? Oh, one goes in the present. I think along the tail, or like the I don't know if you call it the kind of like the appendix of the vehicle. Wait, I think one actually aligns to ones. I think it's the hole for it. May need to try to broaden this cavity so then it will fit. Let's do a test fit. I don't know how far it has to be in the cavity, but it seems to work. Maybe it's supposed to line up in the middle. Now, doing a test fit with this one, it's supposed to, there's like a little hole on the, not really the nose, but like along here, and I don't know if you can see it, but as you insert the antenna, it'll kind of scratch the edges of it. So, you may want to just put the cement on. Just do it firsthand, no test fit or anything. Even though I'd always recommend doing a test fit, it helps just to make sure all your parts fit. But in this scenario, I don't think that's much of an option. I don't want to have to paint this antenna black again. Alright, here goes nothing. Hopefully I didn't damage any paint on the antenna or around that hole. So it should stay pretty firmly. Maybe do like a test fit, see what it looks like when the two halves are put together. Ah, so it does align in the middle with the two halves. Yeah, I thought it had to be flush, but apparently that doesn't matter too much in this instance. So we can go ahead and glue this one in. There we go. Normally you don't need too much to glue a part in, so I'll always remember that. Just put a little bit, just brush it along. Let's see what's next. Okay, we have the tailgate hook. I'm pretty sure this is what it's called. Looking at the tail wheel, yeah, that's what it's called. And then it's supposed to like swivel in and out along here. This. It does so fairly well. I had test fitted all these components together and make sure they all function properly before actually gluing them. First we need to attach these two parts together, and you can just do that by hand. So, look at it. Yeah, so I think on one side, there's almost like a hinge joint that keeps these two together so they work how they should. So you just want to take, it's almost like a wrench side of the tail hook, and then it'll be in the instruction. I'll show you. It'll be like a circular indentation on the back, and you kind of just plop it in there. Like they should just fit together quite tightly like that, and then you can turn the tail hook. I think that's called. I hope I'm saying that right, or else I'm just gonna look like an idiot. Alright, so next, there's another hinge joint that we gotta glue together, and I think before I do that, I'll need to rub off some of the paint again. And this end that I'm gripping here, I'm gonna take off some of the paint since, oh wait, actually, sorry what I said before, don't glue this part in, basically. Just set it in. I think it goes on the left side. It would be preferable to have everything on one side, so you don't have to worry about things falling off when you try to put the other half on like this. So you can just loosely set it in. There'll be like a cylinder kind of structure poking out in the back. I don't know if you can see that, but like right there. And there's gonna be a hook on the front end of the tail wheel, and that's gonna align with that cylinder structure I talked about. You're just gonna almost snap into place, and they just rest loosely like that. You just keep it like that, and it should be fine. Wait, is the tailgate's supposed to be facing down. Here, let me reinstall it. So make sure you're not detaching these two parts too frequently, because then the friction will wear down on that hinge, and then it won't work. So make sure you only test fit it like once. So there's one part of the cockpit you're not supposed to glue together. It's like this. It's like, I don't know what it's even called. It's like the middle kind of like railing that goes across the window or something. We do a test fit of the fuselage. Fits pretty well together, you know. I think you might want to use some rubber bands or something to keep this together as it dries. You might not want to be holding it like this the whole time. Apparently, they want you to install the cockpit, but I would recommend not doing that yet, because if you want to add any more like custom like paint or whatever, you know, any designs of your choice or something like that, make your model really feel like it's yours, then just wait and put that off till around the end. That way you don't take the risk of getting any paint on the cockpit, and that'll look pretty ugly, and that's a pain to get off, you know. Also, something I noticed, it gives off this like reflective kind of glitter. I don't know what that is about. I don't know if it's something in the paint does that, or it's just like the environment it's in that's causing that, but I don't see it as a big deal. You won't really notice it too much. And enough pish posh talk. Let's assemble this thing. I'm gonna put these two halves together. Now, I think the way you should go about doing this is there's all these little, there's gonna be like almost like a male and female kind of connector, you know, that go together. So then it stays together, you know. But I think on the so-called female connector, kind of like where there's a recessed hole, then that would be the side to put in your super glue and cement. It makes it a lot easier. You just put little drops. And trust me, whenever gluing two halves of a fuselage together, it's never gonna be perfectly, like the center lines are gonna be perfectly straight, you know. Not gonna be flushed to your liking. So you know, either you want to use some putty, or not putty, like filler or of some sort, and then just sand it out and repaint over it, or just keep it like that if you really don't care. It's your model. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I should put just a little bit on some of these edges to give it some more strength. Yeah, I don't want the fuselage just falling apart when I try to glue the wings on. Yeah, it's not gonna be a pleasant sight whatsoever. I think now I feel like this should be done facing down, having the right side of the cockpit facing up, and on the left side being pressed down onto it. Just try to align it as well as you can. I should have brought rubber bands probably if I made that suggestion, but I think I'll just hold it here for maybe 10 minutes, because this cement dries fairly quickly, so I shouldn't have to be here too long. I might, here, I got these, so I'll just put one on to help. Something to keep in mind is these antennas are a little fragile. They are fairly rigid, but it's no strong connect. They are a little wiggly, so I'm never like moving them around. Don't know if I can put one of these clips on. Oh yeah, I can right now. Probably not on the nose. I would need a rubber band or something. I don't really know. Maybe if I had like a clamp or something. I do apologize for that. It has been quite a long time since I uploaded my last parts of this series, but it's just admitting the truth that model building takes time. If you're really passionate about it and you want your model to look great, just the best that you can, then you're gonna have to put much effort and time. And I don't mind it at all. I know some people they like getting their models done quickly, and some don't. Yeah, I feel like if you were to work on a model kit for an hour a day, just dedication, that type of dedication to to your project, probably be done with it in like give it maybe a month at least. But for me, like I have other things in life. I don't only do model kitting, building as a hobby. Schoolwork, all that stuff. Just finished a history report, in fact, and I'm pretty proud of myself. Yeah, I'm positive. The next thing we're gonna have to do is smoothing out the leading edge in the middle of this entire model. I mean, the front looks pretty solid. I don't think I need any putting on that. Maybe it's more like this like midsection right here that needs putty. Not putty, it's like filler of some sort. And I have some large, so it's really no problem. And perhaps I'll need to sand out the edge, the middle, along the nose. I don't think putty is gonna solve this one because the right side is like that panel is a little higher than the left one, so it's not like there's a gap in between. Maybe at like the end here, need a little bit, but that's really it. I think the fin is. Oh, yeah. That was very unexpected. Yeet! I thought it was gonna be painting, but maybe not. Not this time. Wow, that's amazing. I'm not painting for once. Holy crap. Alright, it's been like 5 more minutes, and I took off the like, I don't know, clippers or whatever you want to call them. I forgot the name already. But it seems to me that the rear landing gear, it doesn't like recess back and forth as easily as you'd expect. Like when I tested it, of course, it was more loose, so it just went back and you could push it in with ease. But it turns out it's a pretty tight fit. So I guess at this point, I would say just either keep it open or closed because you could risk like breaking. I mean, you can pull out the tail hook fairly easily, but there really is no point to doing that unless you're using it like a diorama or something. But I think this is gonna have to wrap up this video here today. Sorry if it's a little longer than expected. It's more my fault than anything. Next time I'm back here with this model kit, it's gonna be, the panels are gonna be all lining up and everything. It's gonna be great. I'm sure you're looking forward to that, and it's not that difficult of a process to undergo, but it's a little tedious at times. So that has been part 2 of, I don't even know what the series is called anymore. Yeah, F4U Corsair. Yeah, that's what it's been. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, so then you're always updated about when I post. And hope you're all having a nice day, or whatever time of the day it is for you. Take care. I'll see you in my next video, whatever that will be. I'm not even sure. So, see ya. I'm out.